Where am I now? This thing behind me, it looks like a ghost skeleton because it has no back legs or hips. It just has front paws or hands and a skull. That's a manatee. And this goes back to where it has that big flipper in the back. But there's a manatee. Then there's a small two-man submarine. And then over here we got dinosaurs getting cute with each other, I guess. I don't know what the heck that's about. But we're here at Mosey. Where am I now? Oh, space capsule. There's got to be awful small grounds in there. So that's what they look like. Front teeth, all that. So these guys. And then up there, we got the big ones that go clear from there to way over here, where he's getting all weird with the other one. And then over here, what looks like a ghost of a skeleton ghost. That's actually a manatee. That's what a manatee looks like. Kind of cool. Alright, here's a different view of the submarine and the manatee skeleton way down there, and these two guys. We're going to the IMAX theater to watch Star Wars in IMAX. Where am I now? I'm actually at the Mosey IMAX theater, and in here is where all the magic takes place. There's where they have the reels. There's the giant thing that runs the reels. There's where the tape goes spinning around through a bunch of other stuff. And this is the Who's He Watch It that goes to the whatchamacallit, and then there's the thingamajig. But that's how it all runs, through all this stuff and through way up there, through coolers, and runs several at a time, so it was one side of the film, or one side of the screen to the other side of the screen. A lot of machinery. They even have a TV thing going in there. And here's the young girl that says, no, don't film that. But I went ahead and filmed it anyway, so don't get her in trouble, folks, if you see this on YouTube. My sister wants to film me showing you how the dog does not touch the popcorn that's laying on the ground. Actually, that's a rock we painted up to look like popcorn, and he isn't interested in it. Nah, but we got him trained. Even this one. He's learning. He's a good dog. I like these theaters. They're just like this. You walk on the edge, and if you fall,
You gotta show the dog.
whee!
The dogs. Oh my goodness.
The dogs get their own little edge of the cliff. This is the IMAX theater. You walk literally along that little tiny edge, and there's no railing. You just go.
That went real good.
Yeah, there's no railing there. The rail starts there. You walk out here, and if you fall, you go way down there. And if you leap off here, you could probably make it to the third row. Cool thing about being in these theaters are, you can see what other people are doing. You never know who's watching you. Everybody out here does this stuff. You got one over there, and you got one there. You got one over here. And you got this guy doing it too.
Hello, welcome.
Hi. I noticed there's not too many shows on YouTube about how to actually make real steampunk jewelry. I mean, not, you know, there's some steampunk guns and a few things on steampunk stuff, but real steampunk. I mean, actually made tooled stuff like this. Thing is, if anybody's interested in me making these type of things and making videos on how to make them or whatever, I'd be more than happy to do it if somebody writes back about it or whatever. I'll start doing these shows. But these pieces that I'm actually making here, though, are actually going up for sale on my daughter's stuff. But I ship it over to her and she sells it. But anyway, if anyone's interested in me showing how to make these things, write back to me and I'll start making videos on them. They look like, I'll show you what some of these look like a little closer. Got pieces like these that I make, where I hand hammer them out and everything else, tool it out. And you think, well, where do you hammer these out from? You know, people think, you know, I pull the wire through. I actually do the wire, hammer it all the way down. When I mean hammer it, I put different textures. Like this was a square pattern. This one is an actual round pattern to it. There's different patterns I can do to them, scratch patterns, different things, but this one here has hugging skulls on it. And then I got earrings. And then I got the bloodstone with things on it. I got this necklace here where I hand down the steampunk chain and everything. And then the bird skull. The bird skull is a bought piece. And some of these gears are bought pieces. Other ones are actually ones that that I've actually cut. I've got a print that'll cut them out, but most of these, the gears are bought. But all the brass, even these chain links, are actually made from wire that I actually took and hammered out. I don't know if you can see it here, but I not only hammered them, but I also flattened them out. I made it round, then flattened it out so it holds its strength so it don't just bend apart that easily. Made them all three sizes here. I got large, medium, and then smaller. Did the same thing here with them, where I had 3 chains put on it. But here's some of the stuff that I make it out of, and I tool them out. I hammer the pieces flat. Originally this is tubing, and I hammer it flat, and it's already fatinaed. So then all I do is take some steel wool to it, polish it, and make them look like these, where they get the beautiful patterns to them. And this is the way my metal actually comes to me from a guy that actually junks down the road, and I get fatinaed copper and put it together with electric wire and everything else that I strip, and build it and hand make it and tool it all together and make it all there, all the way down to even chains, even the little links in the back that got a piece that goes through it. See the round piece there and a piece here. It's all hand tooled. If you want to know how to buy this stuff, or if you're interested in me doing vines on how to make it, write to me. And I'll start making vines on how to make this stuff. Hey, I got a friend of mine, he's Indian, and he walked into a place and everybody started looking at him and saying, hey, if you don't like this country, get out of here. And, you know, you don't belong over here after what you've done in this country, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, and, you know, he's from India, and he goes, I am sick of this. I am going to straighten this out with you people. He says, they are Saudis. They are from Arabia. I am Indian. I am from India. He says, they are Muslim. I am Hindu. He says, they don't eat pork. I don't eat beef. They are associated with 9/11. I am associated with 7/11. And don't take that from us. I've heard of big lobster claws, but you start seeing them like this. That's by my head. That's a lobster claw.
We put it on the other side.
That's a huge freaking claw. And I got a girlfriend. She goes to college, and she's always messing up this and that at the house or whatever. And she denies she ever did that. Denies she did this. Always denies that. And a friend of hers said, you know, the problem with you, hon, is you live in denial because of things that you do. You don't never admit you're wrong. And I was looking at her friend, and I said, well, you know, that was the problem with Queen of Egypt, Cleopatra. You know, she was a queen of all of Egypt. And the whole problem is, all her time that she was in rule, she lived in denial. Well, I'm out here hiking around. I found my own nemesis. You can tell because of the beer bottles. You can always spot them because they drink all the time, party all night, cause all kind of problems. That's right, the American gopher. I got a sneaky surprise for him. About being out here, you get out in the woods, and a lot of people think, oh, the woods is all full of stuff, you can't move around all the fence. You get out, this is out in the middle of nothing. Nice, you can walk around, beautiful. And I'm going to trek around in here for a bit. I found another gopher hole right there. Let's see what we got for a surprise for him. This question, what does the fox say? Wonder why in the world bugs, whenever you look at them through a magnifying glass, they stop and freak out and look up at us like we're the funny looking ones. Man, that is one funny looking bug. And there's that side.
Yeah, did you see us?
Yeah, you didn't see us on the other side?
No, we're already down.
Yeah, they hopped off while it was going by. They just like a couple of run steps. Hey, I'll You got these things everywhere. You got one there, and then you got this thing, the centrifuge machine, and then they got this thing, and those biggest Ferris wheel. La da da. Or it's the world's largest lit up unicycle wheel. In Orlando, you see where people actually park their DeLoreans up as a freaking advertisement. Ah, what a trip. Ain't it pretty? All stainless steel. With a McDonald's thing here.